All right, welcome back to Club Junkies Thursday Night Men's League. What's in the bag? So last week, I actually wasn't there. I was traveling, but we got rained out anyway. So we had a bunch of storms go through Metro Detroit. The course was flooded. Didn't get to play. So didn't play last week. So I have nothing to report back in terms of how I hit the ball because one, I didn't play, and two, we didn't have even had a league. So that was week 10. This is week 11. We're just going to go with it. We actually push everything back, so we don't actually like skip a week or anything. We push it back, so we'll go another week at the end of the year. So this will be week 11, and going into it this week, we've had a bunch of hot weather, but a bunch of rain. So it's kind of been soft out there, even though it's been super sunny and hot. And this is going to be another hypothetical bag because I'm going to be traveling again this week. So unfortunately, I won't be playing, but this is what I would play had I been at our league this week. So we start at the top as usual, and honestly, we're going to go out and do the Mizuno ST Max driver. This is a 9.5 degree head. I set it +1, and it has a Project X hazardous green smoke green RDX. This is the 65 gram 6.0 just stiff flex. But this head here, ultra forgiving, extremely straight, and that's what it's been. I took it out before I did the 3-swing challenge on it and was really, really impressed with this driver. I think it's definitely underrated when you throw it in the mix with all the other 10K heads, the super forgiving heads. This definitely has a place at the table. It is extremely straight, extremely forgiving, and honestly, it's pretty darn long. So I hit some pretty poor shots with it that ended up in great spots and went further than I thought. So we'll see if we can keep it rolling with this. And honestly, the way I've been hitting it, probably need a little bit of forgiveness there. So ST Max for the driver. And then 3-wood, we're going to go a little bit of the opposite direction, but we're going to go with the Callaway Paradigm AI Smoke Triple Diamond 3-wood. This is going to be set just neutral and standard, so neutral angle, stated loft, so 15 degrees. This one here has a Fujikura Speeder NX Blue 70X in it. I played basically last year's AI Smoke Triple Diamond for most of the year. It was kind of my gamer for most of the year with this shaft in it. Hit it really well. This one, I'm taking a little bit more to get used to, but when I do hit it well, it really goes, and it's pretty easy to hit. It's, I think, a little harder to hit off the deck, personally, than last year's, but off the tee, it's an absolute monster, and 90% of what I do with a 3-wood is probably off the tee anyway. So this is going to go in the bag there. And then the next step down, I usually go either 7-wood or utility. I don't actually remember what side, if we're playing the front or the back, because of the way the league kind of, when you get rainouts. So we're going to go the TaylorMade QI10 Tour Rescue. So this will be the Tour model, the shorter, the most compact one. And this just has a Mitsubishi 10C AV Blue Limited on there. And this is a 75 stiff, just kind of the stock shaft there. But this thing is awesome off the tee. Got a deep face to it, and I love the look. It's pretty compact. Look down on it, it's kind of got that old Adams type shape to it, but it's been a solid piece off the deck. It does come out a little flatter off the deck, but it's easy to hit off the tee, and that's pretty much what I'm going to use it for the most part at pretty much either 9 at St. Clair Shores. So this will go in the bag here. I've had some decent success with that so far this year. And then iron's going to go back to an iron set that I've been hitting really well when I've been hitting it, and this is the Adele SMS and SMS Pro combo set. So the 4, 5, and 6 are going to be the SMS, which is just the hollow body, thin face, kind of built for a little bit more speed. And then the 7 through pitching wedge are going to be the SMS Forge. So it's got the more compact, less offset, thinner top line. The SMS Pros, great soft feel to them. It's got this great kind of beveled, machined sole on it that offers good turf interaction, even when it's softer out like it is now. But these things are extremely responsive, very soft, and they're, I won't call them long, but they definitely go, the distances you'd expect them to go. They're not by short by that means. And the SMS, the standard iron here, definitely has a little speed to it. The 4, 5, and 6 definitely go. I've hit some really good shots with the 6 iron, and again, same thing, the sole design there has got a little trailing edge relief, so it gets through the turf pretty quick, but it doesn't dig, and these, again, offer a really good sound and feel to them for being kind of a hollow body iron. And these, again, have the weights on the back that are more set for kind of the CG placement of the iron to, for feel through the swing. So if you move it to heel, the CG kind of slides over and has a different feel through the swing as it would as you move it out. So it's not as much for the ball flight bias as some weight systems are. Then we go into wedges, and for wedges, we're going to go to some oldies but goodies, the old PXG Sugar Daddy 2s. This is the 50 BP grind, so the higher bounce, the 13 degree bounce model. These things here just have a really good feel to them. They're soft. The soles are narrow, but they have a good amount of bounce. They play well in these softer conditions. You can kind of really thump this thing into the turf. And on full shots, this thing plays really, really well. I'm going to play the 50 and then the 56. And same thing, 56 is going to be the Sugar Daddy 2 from PXG with that BP grind. And again, 13 degrees of bounce with this. Again, love the fact that like partial shots and full shots, it just has a good amount of float to it. If you open the face up, there's still a bit of dynamic bounce, so you can get it through the sand and all that. But these things feel really good. I think they're kind of underrated when it comes to good feeling wedges. Now the 50 degree has the full face grooves. I don't necessarily love looking at that, but I love the fact that they did the shaping on these more traditional. So even though they've got full face grooves, you look down on them, it's got a little more traditional wedge shape to it. It's not big and kind of got that big flowing toe out there. So I do like the look of those. And then for lob wedge, we're going to go with the Titleist T-Grind. So this is the SM9 T-Grind that came out, I think, last year, the Wedgeworks T-Grind. And it kind of got a little inspired by Scotty Scheffler and his 6th win. He's been playing a 60T, so why not throw this bad boy in there? And I know it's kind of counterintuitive when you say, like, oh, well, it's soft out there. Why would you bring a low bounce wedge? When you play this thing square, when you don't open it up and you play it square, it actually plays a little more bounce than it actually stated, which I think is 4 degrees. It plays a little bit more than that. When I've hit it, and like I said, there's just more of a full sole there when it's square to the target. So still allows you to open the face up, get under it, hit some higher lofted shots without that leading edge coming off. And these all here, these two have Nippon Modus 120s in them, and this one here has just got an S200 stock wedge shaft. So those will be the wedges. And then for putter, we're going to go with another Adele model, and we're going to go with the Adele B1 blade. So this is their kind of wide body blade. It's kind of a thicker version of like a Newport 2, or it's kind of like an Answer 2D or something like that. There's kind of this new trend of going to wider blades. It's got a great nice little like honeycomb milling pattern on the front. It's got the modular hosels that you can change out. This one is kind of the standard plumber's neck on there. So it has just a little bit of toe hang to it. And this just has a standard steel shaft in it that's actually been pured. We sent this out and got it pured, and a lambkin deep etch cord. So the puring on it, I tell you what, it actually feels a little bit better. It feels a little bit solid. I know people have their thoughts on puring or not, but a solid putter. It's got 20-gram weights in there because it's playing at 33 inches. But a putter that's got a really good feel to it throughout the stroke. I'm putting with it down here, and just that balance through the stroke is really, really nice. So that will be putter for the evening as well. Unfortunately, again, I'm not playing this week, which is a bummer. But I will be playing some golf, just not here in Michigan. I'll be traveling again, checking out some new product that you'll be seeing shortly. But that would be what's in the bag, the hypothetical what's in the bag for Thursday Night Men's League Week 11. We'll see. Next week, I'm actually not going to play as well because it's 4th of July and our thing falls on 4th of July. So we'll do another hypothetical, but maybe I'll show off what I'm going to play over the week because I'm going to be on vacation all week next week, but I'm going to be playing a lot of golf. So maybe I'll do what's in the bag for what I'm bringing to go play. But until then, have a good weekend, and we'll see you next week.